Is there any merit to that?
Oh, there's merit to it, I suppose, because the Niners can get out of Jimmy Garoppolo's contract if they want to for only $4 million in dead money. And whatever Kyle Shanahan says moving forward, we know how he feels about Jimmy G. We know. After the Super Bowl, he was asked about his play. He said, I thought he was all right, which is about right. During the Super Bowl, we saw what he thinks about him at halftime, minute 44, 3 timeouts, chance to go take the lead. Nah, man, I'm going to go ahead and sit on this and then run the ball on first down, run the ball on second down, only take a shot downfield after the Chiefs call timeout and force your hand. With that said, they are not moving on from Jimmy Garoppolo this summer to go to a 43-year-old Tom Brady, who, for all my criticisms of Jimmy G, was not nearly as good as Jimmy G this year. Now, he was better at not turning the ball over, which is Garoppolo's biggest bugaboo. But no, I mean, is it fun to think about the Niners trading Jimmy Garoppolo back to New England for a second-round pick and Brady going into Northern California, where he's from, on a team that is, I think, right now far better, well-rounded, and with a great tight end, a good offensive line, all these things we say Brady needs? Yeah, but I don't think it would be an upgrade for the Niners, and the Niners got to be looking at this, Coach, long-term, and even if you're higher on Brady than I am right now, he's not a long-term answer for anybody.
Well, what happened at the end of the half wasn't a function of Jimmy Garoppolo. It was a function of Patrick Mahomes and that respect that they had for them. So to say it's just about Jimmy at halftime, that's not true. In the second half, he was throwing the ball. He was 18 for 21. He was doing a lot of good things. They put their faith in him, and everybody's frustrated because they didn't run the ball more. So to say that he feels a certain way about Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't think that's a fair depiction of what happened or truly how he feels. Now, the idea of Tom going to San Francisco, the systems are as polar opposite as you can get. New England's system is based on maybe one motion, which really isn't a motion. It's truly a shift to gather information. Everything is pre-snap information, primarily stationary, or one information gathering movement, where San Francisco is shift, motion. Things change rapidly defensively. It's not even that part of it. It's just the pre-snap component. They don't fit. They don't fit what Tom does, and they don't fit what that system is. So the idea, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I hate the idea. I think you don't get much older, and that's a big jump from where Jimmy G is until where Tom Brady is.
15 years.
That's crazy. You don't do that, especially when your team made the Super Bowl. Jimmy G is a Super Bowl playing quarterback, a guy that, of course, he didn't win the Super Bowl, but he also played the best player in the NFL, and Patrick Mahomes, one of the best coaches in the Hall of Fame.
He was outplaying Patrick Mahomes for most of the game.
For a long time, and one of the best coaches, Andy Reid, certainly a Hall of Fame coach. But also, you got to think about this. Jimmy G certainly is older, but he's only had 26 starts in the NFL. And if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm saying he's still a very young quarterback as far as starting goes. And then you go out there, you make this team better. You make Jimmy G better. You don't trade. And in this situation, when you lose a Super Bowl, you don't panic and start saying, oh, we need to start shuffling the cards. You try to make your team better.
Coach, there's one thing, though, I'm going to take major issue with what you said, which is what the faith Kyle Shanahan did or did not show in his quarterback at the end of that half. If you are so afraid of the other team's quarterback, then you have to go try to acquire points. They weren't leading. It was 10-10. The answer can't be we're so afraid of Patrick Mahomes in the second half when he has 30 minutes to score that we aren't going to try to score right now because we might give him 45 seconds at the end of the half.
They were in a position to score, right? There's the offensive pass interference, so they would have.
But that was only because
were they in a position to score?
Only because Andy Reid forced their hand. Coach, he let 40 seconds run off the clock. Then they ran the ball, let another 40 run off the clock, ran the ball, and then Reid called timeout. They were going to go to the half.
You cannot be mad at him when we talk all week.
His GM was mad at him.
Okay, he hired the GM. Let's relax on that. So you can't be mad at him because of his respect for Patrick Mahomes, and this happens all the time, where people think, oh, we're going to go get a quick score. Oh, we're going to change the momentum. You do change the momentum. for the other team.
Yeah, if you
and then
don't-
your team going into halftime, instead of feeling really good about being at 10-10, is suddenly down 17-10 because you made an irresponsible decision against an explosive offense. And then we're sitting here going, I can't believe he gave Patrick Mahomes another
quick
shot.
strike offense.
A quick strike.
It's only
stop with
irresponsible
that.
if you don't trust your quarterback not to turn the ball over. The only way
It's
that
not
blows
even about turning the ball over. It's about giving the other team an opportunity for the last shot. Why not play for the last shot? What's wrong
They
with
played for no shot, Coach. We can say because they ended up throwing it downfield, but we watched that game. There's a minute 44 left. They don't call timeout. They then, on first down with a minute left, run the ball, use the whole play clock. On second down, run the ball again. They don't call timeout there. The Chiefs call timeout with 22 seconds left. They were going to play for no shot because he didn't believe in the quarterback.
And how would the Chiefs have felt if that offensive pass interference didn't go
Andy
through?
would have gotten killed.
And let's say they scored a touchdown or kicked a
Yep.
field goal, and that ends up being the difference in the
Yep.
game. Are you going to be sitting here going, you know, Andy Reid did a great thing. He tried to give Patrick Mahomes another shot, and he changed the whole momentum of the game in favor of the 49ers.
No, but what I will tell you is this, and I
Of course you
apologize,
wouldn't.
Brian. What I will tell you is this. Andy Reid knows he's got a great quarterback. He wanted to roll the dice that my quarterback can do something with 20 seconds to go score. Kyle Shanahan said, can my quarterback with 100 seconds and 2 timeouts do something? Nope, don't trust him. That's what the action showed.
Well, no, I think Coach is actually right. I think that what you say, if you're the 49ers, is that we held Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes to 10 points in the first half of a football game. If we can figure out a way to hold them to 10 points in the second half, we can outscore them in the second half. The one thing you couldn't account for if you are the San Francisco 49ers is that the Kansas City Chiefs was going to score 21 points in 6 minutes and 13 seconds in the fourth quarter. If you tell me that they score only 14, then at that point it's a different type of game. You have a chance to win it at the end.
But that's the whole reason for the thought process is because they can score 21 points.
That's the reason why
in
you don't
6
give them the
minutes.
ball back.
Yeah, you don't give them another opportunity to go score, you know, and change the whole momentum.
You want them to be more aggressive.
No, listen, I know people will be surprised by this. Philosophically, when it comes to football, I actually agree with Coach the vast majority of the time. We talk on and off the air about kind of bigger picture football stuff, and I agree with you most of the time. This one, I categorically disagree with the philosophy. If you are up against a potent, dangerous, an offense that can score 21 points in 6 minutes, then every time you have the ball, you have to try to go acquire points. The whole Patriot methodology
But you also have to try to keep them from getting opportunities to acquire points. Not only do you recognize your strengths, you recognize your opponent's strengths, and the idea of when the running rebels, you don't try to run with them. You got to try to shorten the game and put yourself in a position to win at the end.
Going into the game, the big thing that you want to do if you're the 49ers is limit their possessions. That's what you're trying to do at the end of the half. You're trying to limit their possessions.
And if you have faith your quarterback can get 2 first downs, you guarantee they're not getting the ball back anyway.
Hang on. So this Brady for Garoppolo, that's not happening?
I don't think it's happening.
Do you remember? Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.